Alright, this part of the show is called L's of the Week. I have a few things written down. We're going to start off with Joe Budden.
Joe Budden.
There's a video of Joe Budden who I'm almost positive is 35. Because I know I listened to one of his podcasts. 34 or 35.
I thought he was shooting 50.
But yeah, he's chasing some kids, man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what they said, but he's literally chasing them. You know, like on like full blown sprint, and then he catches them. We'll watch the video. He catches them and he's trying to break the window, and the kids are like apologizing.
So did he hurt his hand when he punched the window?
He picked up a rock. You know, like, and then he's threatening the kids, talking about you can get killed like this.
Joe Budden is literally like the old dude in the neighborhood who everybody knew back in the day wasn't about that life, but he thinks that everybody moved out, so
One
ain't
song,
never young
Pump
kid.
It Up. Like that's his. And literally, when you watch him run, it's identical to the NFL Combine. Like he was running like he's trying to get the top 10 pick.
Out here, boy, fucking talking about
Trap delay. First of all, why do white people love Drake so much? You ever notice that?
What do you mean?
Like every time somebody say something about Drake, they like ridicule him. I mean, obviously,
Why people don't like him?
no, they do. They love him. Like they fight for Drake. I mean, that's the whole Meek Mill situation.
I hear what you're saying, like the writing.
Yeah,
Like, you have to take away from him because
yeah.
I mean you have a team. If you have a team of writers,
tell the guy I'm outside in the morning.
See him, be him, trucking it all up.
hey Joe Budden, how gangster are you? He knocking on his door.
Joe Budden. First of all, there was like what we call it? Say if a nigga show up to your door unannounced with intentions of doing something bad, it's cause you ain't a threat.
Oh, that's Joe Budden that just walked in there.
I don't know.
Man's hiding in his
I know if a nigga do that, that's cause they perceive you as a threat. And looking at that gate, he don't look like he's in the Hamptons at this point.
Fucking skunk back, fucking pussy.
OVO,
Told you about it.
That did it. That did it.
First of all,
It's Joe Budden.
if you are
Joe Budden.
if you
Who is chasing him?
You were getting chased by Joe Budden, my
Like, no offense, but they're like stupid kids. It's not like they. I doubt they're gonna come back the next day.
We the kid probably. Yo, what the fuck?
You know what? I lost respect for Joe Budden when he did that. When he did that ESPN first place show, he showed up in the bow tie and talking like I'm like, dude.
I'm gonna kill one little I'm sorry for
You like someone who has nothing going on.
Now you just invited 12 trolls to do that to you, dang every day.
That's true.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will kill one of you. I understand. I'm sorry. I apologize for everything I'm saying. I understand. I'm sorry.
Follow me on Twitter.
But secondly, Joe Budden can go to jail now.
Yeah. That's a minor.
Well, he threatened to kill him too. He was not in the danger, and he didn't do anything. It was a public street. They can yell at you if they say it's freedom of speech. You can't do anything.
He's video. This is him video chasing.
Joe Budden.
In the center console.
Got acid wash. Yeah, that's what I said.
Clean the center console.
Did you see the console? It look, I mean, that had to be like what, a 1991 BMW.
Sounds like a McLaren. Go back to the future car.
Oh yeah. They call better than he is.
I'm gonna kill one of the little
That's when the old lady come out. Leave them little boys alone.
You know they just playing.
She's gone. What's she doing?
I'm saying no more. You know how it is.
Miss Patterson.
I will kill one.
Seriously, Joe Budden. This is my public service announcement for Joe Budden. You are old. You never were on, so I can't even say you're a has-been, because you never was. You were never big. All you did was a couple rap battles. You beefed with everybody because you were never good enough to actually get anything popping on your own. You had to pump it up, which really wasn't even you. It was the beat. You were garbage. What else? Did he even come close? He was on like...
He had the fine girl, Tahiri or whatever.
I don't even know who that is.
Well... He had a fine girlfriend, and he was like, that was the first rapper to kind of like make his girlfriend famous, cause he made like a webisode of it, but not really to say that's an accomplishment, but you know.
Know your lane. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't care about Drake. I feel like Drake. I feel like if a smidgen of what they said about Drake was true.
4 diss songs and how many?
Yeah. I'm no fan of Drake, but I am a realist. You do 4 songs. I mean, you do 4 songs about one dude that ain't responded to one.
You're thirsty.
Yeah. You have.
She's out of your league, man.
Especially
she doesn't like you.
Yeah. I
mean, yeah, you know.
Yeah. Not to mention that he's not even like the dude that get dumped. He's like the dude who has a crush on a girl who don't even know he alive. And yet he going home cursing her out and calling her sluts and everything else because she hanging with the other dudes that she actually know like her. But that's I mean, Joe, like I said, he's very, like I said, you look like you 30. What you say? You 35. He looks 45. Nothing when he was running with the tank top on. He looked like he was 45. He obviously ain't making a whole lot of money, or people wouldn't be able to just drive up to your house like that. So that's first and foremost. And second, like you said, they're kids. They're kids, dude. And I guarantee you, he knew they was kids. That's why he did that.
In his mind, he thinking, I'm Joe Budden. In their mind, they're thinking, you're Joe Budden. It's just a different. Those kids wasn't alive when he did Pump It Up.
Yes, dude. I bet Just Play like, man, I should have gave that to Jay-Z. But anyway, that was that one. We go on to number 2.
What else we got? Oh yeah, this is a story. I don't know if it's true or not, but it said Drake offered Joe Budden $10K to drop 25 diss tracks by August. Which at this rate, he's probably gonna make it. So Drake don't have to pay him. I don't think that's true, but it's just a funny.
The fact that it's believable, it's funny.
Right. And you know what I initially thought?
What?
Drake is smart.
Yeah.
That's sad. Cause think about this man promoting the hell out of Drake. He don't need it.
It's not like his fan base is huge. I'll guarantee the majority of people who know Joe Budden are fans of Joe Budden like Drake better. So I mean, but
I'm saying, like, how much do you pay like a street team guy to hand out flyers? It has to be at least comparable.
Yeah, that's just that. You can just write that off on his tax.
This is another
Slaughterhouse.
These stories, this next story also big ups Drake. It says Meek Mill dissed Joe Budden. To me, that's gay. That's like your side chicks fighting. No, I'm gonna diss him. No, you're not gonna diss him. I'm gonna diss him.
We was friends. Both of us was friends. He was more my friend. Like, no, he played both of y'all. Like, and 2, Meek Mill to me is the biggest contradiction. You came at him first.
Right.
Like, Joe Budden is nobody cares. But Meek Mill, you were at a plateau.
Right, you got a career.
Yeah, well, you didn't need to do what you did. You did it because you took him to life.
And it all started off Because Drake didn't tweet his album.
Yeah, it's the most. It was the most
It's basically
feminine
a
thing I
girl
ever
saying
seen. Yeah.
she didn't say hi to me.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Right, because he know I'm better than him. Well, if you're better than him, why are you wasting your time even caring about whether or not he tweets
Honestly,
your album?
I wouldn't say hi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, who cares?
Yeah, Meek Mill, do what you do.
Go home.
I mean,
and
with
be
your fake.
Go home, be with Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, that girl. I saw that her butt transplant.
Oh, really?
I mean, it literally looks like she's walking around with a couch cushion on the back of her butt.
Maybe
Like-
you know you gotta like get it maintenance. So maybe she skipped the. You know, it's kind of like your tires. You gotta keep it.
Chick looked like Miss Incredible off the Incredibles. She like I said, I don't really get what the appeal is with her. I don't really think she all that, but I mean, to each his own. But you got her, you got a career. Just move on. And he was good. It was serious. I love Meek Mill.
And he took the biggest like social media roast ever.
Yeah, cause you going. One thing, like I said, this is what I always think. Like a general understands when to attack, and he understands when to use espionage. That means make everybody understand you saying it without you actually saying it. So a smart person understands. Here's what I have at my disposal. Here's what he has at his disposal. The G thing to do in that situation was to not come at Drake directly, but to talk about rappers not writing their own stuff. Then get out to somebody to leak the thing. They would have came at Drake harder, and it wouldn't have seemed petty.
You did say earlier how people like Drake a lot.
Yeah.
Because if I told you the story, you find out of a successful rapper has ghostwriters, you would think, oh man, everyone's gonna criticize him.
Yeah.
But it's not everyone just criticize me.
Because it was overshadowed by his pettiness.
True.
In which it came out. And like I said, it's at his disposal. You are going into his arena. He is more popular than you.
Right.
So you going into his arena and you're thinking, the people who hear this love Drake. So when they're saying it, it's not like when we were growing up.
Right.
Like when we grew up, you know, it was like you had people in the north who like northern, you had west who like west, you had south who like south. We weren't together. Right. Now it's like everybody from every coast likes one rapper.
Right.
So now you can't go on there on a wide demographic and diss somebody because now you in trouble.
That just made me think about that. We like forget he's from Canada.
Yeah.
Like imagine like 2000,
exactly.
a Canadian rapper. You would laugh at the idea. So.
And especially seeing as Meek Mill had no crossover appeal at the time. He was purely urban.
Yeah.
So you killed yourself because the fan. If you would have played your part, understood the rules of engagement. That's like I said. A general understands that I cannot attack right now because my army is not as strong as his. So a full frontal assault is just going to end up costing me soldiers. And who your soldiers is, those are the people, your fans. Your fans are your soldiers. And he lost a whole lot of soldiers over that situation. What he should have did, like I said, was play espionage. Put it out there. Make them believe that Drake was a phony. But don't say him directly. And then get somebody else to leak. First, Drake wouldn't have knew you did it. That would have been first. And secondly, everybody else would have been more focused on the fact that Drake don't write his own music, because if you really think about it, before Drake did that second diss track, or I mean even the first diss track, everybody was on Drake about the fact that he didn't write his own stuff. It wasn't until he tell Meek Mill.
There was a discussion. People were talking like, "What do you think? What do you think?"
Yeah.
So if he would have just let that ride, it'd been better than.
Yeah, and it showed a sign of weakness when Drake dissed him. And the G thing in that point would have been to ignore him, because like I said, right then you didn't have the army to go to war with him. He would have been better served saying, this dude all in his feelings because I told the truth. You would have sunned him on that. Right. Because majority of people would have been like, he ain't lying. Like, I'm not finna do no diss track with this dude. I ain't diss him from the get-go. I told the truth. And people would have looked at it and they would have been like, Drake's the petty one. You can't get mad at this dude because he exposed you. Then it turns back on him. But what Meek Mill did was he let his hood niggas pump him up, Drake came out with the diss track. Instead of him falling back and letting it ride, he felt the need to respond. He came out with that weak. That's when he really started getting roasted. When he came out with that Undertaker jump, got sued.
I didn't even hear that jump. I only heard the Ooh Kill Him song.
I heard that one diss track and it was so awful. It made no sense. It didn't fit. He didn't have any real good disses on it, and everybody was like, "Is he serious with that?"
Right. Yeah, Drake definitely got him.
Yeah, and Drake, like, people keep acting like that back to back was so awesome. I didn't really think that was that awesome. But what happened was the fact that Drake was so weak, it made it seem like it was better than what it was. And two, it was because he chose to ignore the first one that made him look worse, because it made him look weak when he replied to the second one. If he would have just let both of them ride, then he would have been good.
Yeah.
But he tried. But you could tell the second one got to him because Drake was saying some stinging jump. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent on the number.
All right, so we got that. This is another story they mentioned. 50 Cent dissed Puffy because he said Puffy don't have no hits.
He's not lying.
I mean, but if you look at the resume, Puffy, his resume as a whole, as a CEO, or if you want to call him a producer, he's responsible for a lot, especially if you go back to Jodeci City, Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
You know, Biggie, the Craig Mack song was.
But I thought he was talking about as a rapper, yeah. But because as a rapper, Diddy really deep. Even his hits won his hit.
Most people don't consider him a rapper, so that diss him as a rapper is kind of.
Well, some people consider him as a rapper. My thing with Puff Daddy is, I've never been a big Puff Daddy fan because I feel he's shiesty in business. I don't like I said, loyalty is very important to me. I feel like he's a very unloyal person. But 50 Cent is so freaking petty. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has the ugly dude complex.
I'm surprised he hasn't jumped on Drake.
You know he'll lose.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But if you
50 is a good general. You understand?
Yeah, if you look at his lane and he's the contradiction, but really 50 Cent shouldn't be doing nothing right now.
Exactly. But like I said, he got the ugly man complex. I mean, you know, the ugly dude, Shaq, they have low self-esteem. So they try to act like they're untouchable, like they're impenetrable, but they're very thin-skinned because they have low self-esteem. So they're constant. Like, his validation was his record sales. When he stopped selling record sales, he tried to act like record sales wasn't that big of a deal. But you were the main one when you were selling records, saying the record sales were the biggest thing. That's the only thing that mattered.
Right.
But like I said, he's very thin-skinned to me. He hears everything and he replies to everything.
I do got a video we got.